There's a truth most people never want to face. Motivation is a drug. It feels good, it burns hot, and then it disappears. Pause. We chase it like a high. We wait for it before we act. We build our dreams on it, only to watch them collapse when the feeling fades. But the truth? Pause. Motivation doesn't build you. Discipline does. Motivation burns fast, discipline burns slow. Motivation starts the fire, discipline keeps it alive. Pause. That's why so many keep restarting. Every Monday feels like day one again, because they're addicted to the spark, not committed to the flame. You've been told to get inspired, but inspiration is not the cause, it's the result. Motivation is emotion. Discipline is structure, and emotion always fades. You watch a video, feel unstoppable. You swear tomorrow will be different. Then the alarm rings, the room's cold, the bed is warm, and the voice in your head whispers, maybe tomorrow. That's motivation. It gives you a high and abandons you. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. It's the quiet force that shows up every single day. Pause. There was a young boxer, pure talent, lightning hands, destined for glory. But he only trained when he felt inspired. Some days brilliant, others gone. In the same gym, an older fighter. Not as fast, not as gifted, but always there, rain or shine, hitting the same bag. Years later, it wasn't the prodigy who stood in the ring with the belt. It was the man who never waited to feel ready. That's discipline. That's what wins when motivation dies. Pause. You don't need another quote. You don't need another hype reel. You need truth. You won't always feel like it. You won't always be inspired. If you wait until you are, you'll wait forever. When I was younger, I thought discipline was punishment, something harsh. But it's not. Discipline is love in action. Love strong enough not to believe your own excuses. Motivation creates motion. Discipline creates direction. You can run fast when you're motivated, but without discipline, you'll run in circles. Pause. The formula is simple. Action, emotion, motivation. We've been taught it backwards. We wait to feel ready, but action creates readiness. Run first, then feel alive. Write first, then feel creative. Show up first, then feel inspired. Discipline isn't the absence of emotion, it's mastery over it. Pause. There's a man who wakes at 4:30 a.m. every day to run. Not training for a race. He runs because once he was the man who always hit snooze. Now every run is a reminder, I am not that man anymore. That's identity training. Discipline isn't what you do, it's who you become while you do it. Motivation says, do it when you feel like it. Discipline says, do it until it becomes who you are. Stop chasing motivation. Stop living in waves. Start living in rhythm. Motivation is weather. Discipline is climate. Pause. Some people show up every day even when no one's watching. That's not luck. That's wiring. Discipline is a relationship between your mind today and your future self. Every promise you keep strengthens it. Every promise you break weakens it. So ask yourself, do you trust you? Because that's where discipline lives, in trust. Your brain doesn't want growth. It wants safety. It protects comfort even when comfort is killing you. You say, I'll start Monday, because your brain measures pain, not progress. Discipline retrains it. It teaches the mind that discomfort isn't danger, it's data. Repeat an action long enough, the brain builds shortcuts. That's how habits form. It doesn't care what the habit is, only that it repeats. Quit every time it's hard, the brain learns quitting equals safety. Show up despite the pain, the brain learns persistence equals safety. So you're not fighting your mind, you're reprogramming it. A mother named Maria hated running. She ran 5 a.m. anyway. Week 1 hurt. Week 6, her feet moved before she thought. She didn't love running, she loved who she became after. That's the rewiring. It stops being effort. It becomes identity. Discipline equals emotion times repetition times identity. Repeat something long enough and the brain stops asking, should I? It starts saying, this is who I am. Pause. You can train your brain to love process instead of reward. When you stop chasing the finish line and fall in love with the grind, your dopamine shifts. You get addicted to progress. You're not lazy. You're untrained. No one taught you how to work without emotion. Discipline isn't force, it's focus. Every time you don't want to do something, whisper, "This is the moment that makes me." That's the forge. You're not building a habit, you're building a person. Inside you are two selves, the emotional and the executive. Discipline is the bridge. Each time you act instead of react, the leader grows stronger. You are teaching yourself to lead yourself. When you say, "We're doing this," and your mind obeys, that's freedom. Cue, action, reward. That's the loop. Discipline is mastery of that loop. Cue hits, you act. Reward is not comfort, it's pride. That quiet, I did what I said I would, pride. That's the dopamine of discipline. Small, deep, lasting. Build the ability to keep your word to yourself and every part of your life will shift. Show up, especially when it's not exciting. Motivation may start you. Psychology keeps you going. When you master that, you stop being reactive. You start being forged. Pause. Hard work without structure is chaos. You need systems. Motivation is fuel. Discipline is endurance. Systems are the engine. Without an engine, you're pushing your car uphill every day. There are 3 systems that decide your consistency: environment, routine, identity loop. Fix them, and you won't need motivation again. Environment. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your systems. Your space programs your behavior. Your phone, your desk, your room. Design your surroundings. Make good things easy, bad things hard. Shoes by the bed. Notebook where your phone used to be. Remove temptation, remove resistance. You don't need stronger willpower. You need a smarter environment. Routine. Discipline isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters consistently. Routine kills resistance. Same time, every day. You teach your brain, this is who we are. Morning is blueprint. Start reactive, you live defensive. Start intentional, you live designed. Wake up. Cold water. 5 minutes of silence. Ask, what kind of person do I want to be today? That question realigns everything. Routine equals trigger, action, reward. Alarm, drink water, stretch, write 1 line, check the box. Repeat until the pattern becomes a craving stronger than comfort. Identity loop. Every action is a vote for the kind of person you believe you are. Identity, behavior, evidence, reinforcement. Miss one workout means break identity alignment. Ask, what identity did I stop reinforcing? When environment, routine, and identity align, discipline becomes default. Stephen King writes every morning. Not inspired, just in system. He doesn't wait for lightning, he built a generator. Pause. Trigger, structure, reflection. Start, protect, learn. Reflection turns effort into evolution. At day's end, write 1 thing you did right,
one thing that tested you. Awareness is progress. Motivation is a moment. Discipline is a pattern. Systems are foundation. Once system takes over, you don't chase consistency, you become it. Pause. Pain. Everyone runs from it. But pain is the forge. It's not punishment, it's preparation. Comfort preserves, pain transforms. A seed must crack before it grows. From outside, that looks like death. From inside, it's birth. So when you're hurting, don't ask, why me? Ask, what is this shaping in me? A blacksmith hammers red metal again and again. Fire softens, hammer shapes, water hardens. Skip any part,